There's a lot of people in here who are doing performance marketing, which could I ask everyone, could we all just agree to change the term to performance selling? It's performance selling. For people that are doing performance, if you haven't gone down the rabbit hole of organic social, re-edited for performance, it's one of the greatest additions to your tool belt that will grow your business. The creative has been validated by the algo. People like that creative. You bring it back home and slap on free shipping, 2 for 1. You give it a performance element. Don't change it so much that you took the essence out of it that made it relevant. This is a huge addition to your game that I could not recommend all of you more.
I heard you were asked once which platforms should retailers be on, should businesses be on? You said all of them. Why? Especially when you're a smaller company and you might not have the resources to.
Well, I think that's very fair. If your resources are super low, there is some prioritization. Again, the brands that are represented here are more interested in throwing unlimited money at programmatic garbage and so many other behaviors that bring no value. And so I want them to take those monies back and reallocate them to, the places where the attention of the people that buy things is actually.
I've heard you mention LinkedIn as an underappreciated platform to build businesses. I'm curious, for people in the room, who's using LinkedIn to build their business actively?
I think we would all agree that's probably more hands than many in the room anticipated, and definitely more hands than would have gone up 3 years ago. I think what the hands in this room figured out that I've been on for quite a while is that, yes, LinkedIn is first of all, if you're a B2B company, for all the B2B people in here, if you're selling SaaS, if you're selling to the people in the room, that is your Facebook, TikTok, Instagram in one. Every B2B company should be hot committed to LinkedIn. That's one. 2, even for us B2Cers, sure, we might be going in there to recruit or learn something about what happened here, but we're still human beings. So if you see a piece of creative that's relevant to you, you're gonna consider it. And if you're smart in this room and you make the creative contextual to someone who's in LinkedIn, right? If your piece of content is about, hey, are you traveling all the time for work? All of us in LinkedIn are like, that's fucking me. And so that's gonna hook you, and then you can kind of convert where you wanna go with it, even if you're selling sandals or candles or wine. So, I think the smartest marketers are obsessed with context, volume, relevance at all cost, humility around creative, not leaning on your subjective opinion like you're Dom Draper in 1965, but understanding that we are in a distribution model now where we can create creative at scale and get consumer insights and data affirmation that then allows us to deploy paid media. For another framework on this, friends, I think we've lived in advertising for 70 to 80 years in a model that is, let's use working media dollars to hide bad creative. I think we're now clearly in the era of let's use working media dollars only to amplify and scale good creative, and good is judged by did it actually achieve views, not 4 executives in a room saying that's on brand.
I'd love to talk a little bit